Let's go on the other side, sir.
All right.
Back where you were before. Just like before, be careful getting in. Use a step if you need to.
All right. Let's see here.
Might maybe slide your leg in, however.
Yeah. Reach over.
Is it cold in here to you?
Yes, it is.
All right, so I'll try to get the air off back here.
Thank you.
I know it's like stale, everything's metal and plastic.
I hear you. Thank you. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you put stuff in there? All right, thank you, brother.
So.
This day, Laken West's remains have not been found. Local police have been working with federal agents to find her. But to understand how we got to this point, we have to go back to September 2024 when Laken was reported missing. As I mentioned, it wasn't like Laken to leave for a few days, and she even missed a planned flight out of state. That led Venice police to pull Laken's phone records, and they noticed that she had been talking with a man named Ronald Racky many times from May 31st, 2024 to the day that she went missing in September of 2024. A probable cause affidavit stated, on September 13, 2024, call detail records show connected calls between Racky and West from 7:39 to 8:15 hours. Detective Kells contacted Racky, who stated he would meet West and pay her for sexual favors. Racky admitted that on September 13, 2024, he picked up West at her Bradenton residence, drove her to Venice for lunch, and later drove her back to Bradenton. He described West as acting flaky on the drive back to Bradenton. Racky also said that West asked him to stop to purchase drugs, but claimed that he declined to do so, explaining he does not allow drugs in his car. Racky said he dropped Miss West on 5th Street in East Bradenton. Detective Kells compared Racky's account to cell hawk analysis of West's phone activity and conducted a canvass in the area of her alleged drop-off. No witnesses reported seeing West in the area. None of Racky's registered vehicles have been captured by license plate readers in the area of Miss West's alleged drop-off. Her phone records show that as she was en route to Venice, her last answered call took place at 9:27 hours. There is no outgoing activity on West's phone after that time, despite several incoming unanswered calls. All of this information was very concerning to detectives. No one had seen Laken West, and detectives felt Ronald Racky's story wasn't lining up with the evidence they had uncovered. Nearly 3 months would pass with no sign of Laken West. Then detectives found a journal that Laken kept, and that journal contained some revealing information. The information was damning when compared to other evidence, so detectives went back to Ronald Racky and confronted him. On December 19, 2024, Racky met with Detective Kells at the Bradenton Police Department. Post Miranda, Kells confronted Racky with West's journal entry referencing chloroform in the journal. She wrote that a man paid her $950 to allow him to chloroform her during sex. Racky told Kells that West fantasized about sex using chloroform, restraints, and a simulated rape. He went on to say that he never really chloroformed her, but admitted that he possessed chloroform and used it to clean car seats. He denied paying $950 as referenced in West's journal entry. He admitted that on September 13th that he drove West back to Bradenton from Venice in his blue truck. She performed full fellatio on him. Racky acknowledged to Kells there were red flags in his story and agreed that he might be lying to protect himself and his family. Racky admitted that he was the last person to see West alive. He suggested that West may have overdosed or had a medical condition and speculated that she disposed of her phone. Following the interview, the Venice Police Department secured Racky's office. Detectives didn't just search Racky's office, they also seized his cell phone, and what detectives said they found on his phone sounded familiar. The detectives wrote, On December 20th, 2024, Racky's phone was searched pursuant to a warrant. On the phone, detectives found photographs of West bound with handcuffs and cable ties lying naked on Racky's office desk. West is also pictured clothed, wearing blue jeans, black underwear and bra, and a white/red-orange tank top. Hypodermic needles are visible near the computer keyboard. The metadata shows one photo was taken on September 13th, 2024 at 9:59 hours. Racky's phone contained similar photos taken on September 7th, 2024 of West bound in his office. In addition, Racky's phone shows searches for violent pornography and snuff-themed content in temporal proximity to the photographs of West on September 13th, 2024. Detectives wrote that on the same day they searched Racky's phone and found the photos of Lake and West bound in his office, Ronald Racky tried to end his life by cutting his wrists and overdosing. Racky's attempt was unsuccessful and he was kept in the hospital for a time, and police said he made a statement while hospitalized about committing other murders. The affidavit states, medical records obtained pursuant to a warrant reflect a nurse's note at 2:30 hours on December 26, 2024, in which Racky reportedly said, "I killed 4 women 6 weeks ago." The RN's note states that Racky was otherwise oriented. The statement is documented as part of medical care, but there is no independent corroboration that other victims exist. That statement had to pique the interest of the detectives, but again, they say they don't have evidence that other victims exist. And there was more evidence that the detectives found suspicious about Racky's truck and a detailing they said he had done in September 2024. A man named Charles stated he deep cleaned a blue pickup truck for Racky around the September 13th, 2024 timeframe and saw a suspicious stain on the truck's rear floor. Charles reported smelling an unusual odor in the truck and noted that the water from the steam cleaner turned an odd color as he cleaned the back floorboard. Racky paid cash for the cleaning, and Charles was unable to produce any written documentation for his services. Charles also recalled seeing Miss West in the area at some point, but did not see her with Racky. On February 20th, 2026, well after a year after Lake and West vanished, detectives brought in Ronald Racky for another round of questioning.
We can take them off. We just needed them for the ride. Don't worry about that. We got a book twice the size of a phone book of rules we got to follow. It's exhausting sometimes.
He sits for more than 10 minutes waiting for police to return.
Morning. Got your water?
Thank you.
Need to use the bathroom at all?
Actually, I do.
All right, let's do it. To the right over here?
Right here?
Yep, right in there. And the line on for it. All right. We'll go back in there.
Okay.
Sure you have a lot of questions?
I do.
After the trip to the restroom is taken care of, the detectives and Ronald Racky settle in for a little chat.
That's me, and this crowd surf all started with a hockey bet with Proline Plus. Our picks are in.
Ronald Racky settle in for a little chat.
So, one of the things that I want to tell you is that we've been doing this a long time, me and Kels.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this job a long time. All we want to do is help people.
Mm-hmm.
Our main goal is to answer the questions that need to be answered. Okay, that's what our main priority is. When we first talked to you, you told a lot of half-truths to us, okay? And I just want to let you know that him and I are the most fair people in this profession. You deal with anyone else, they will hang you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we are your best chance to help you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So from here on out, whatever we discuss, the truth will taste a lot better coming out,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Sure.
All right. Before you ask any questions, okay, I just want to go over some stuff with you, okay?
Yes.
All right. So you've done this before, and again, the only way that we can answer your questions is to make sure we go through a couple things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you hungry at all?
No, sir.
You had something to eat already?
I haven't.
Okay. All right, Ron, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her present with you before and during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost to you before and during questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you?
I do.
Okay, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
My attorney advised me not to speak to you gentlemen.
Okay.
Ronald Radke asked for a lawyer, so the interview ends before it really begins.
So just know that I can't answer any of your questions.
No, that's what he said. I thought this was all getting cleared up.
Who's your attorney?
Eric Reisinger.
Okay. You still talk to him?
Not in a little while, no.
Okay. All right.
You still talk to him as well?
So unfortunately, I can't answer any of your questions.
Understood, yeah. As long as my briefcase is out of the car, there's money and there's titles in there.
Yep, everything will be safe kept, okay?
Can I call my wife? She worries a lot.
Yeah, we'll make that happen.
Okay.
All right. All right.
So Ronald Radke is left to sit in the interview in silence. For nearly an hour, he waits, and then a detective comes back to the room.
Hey, just gotta do, still doing some paperwork,
Okay.
and I gotta, you got your wallet, everything else is gonna be secured here, okay? So you don't have to worry about anything getting lost.
How about my briefcase with all the money and stuff?
It's gonna be safe kept
Okay.
here. We took pictures of everything,
Okay,
and it'll be in a locker here, okay?
okay.
All right, first we'll do your wallet here. Like I said, we haven't touched anything.
Okay,
All right. All right, your debit cards are all in here, your ID. We're just gonna count out the cash together because we're.
okay. I don't even know what was in there.
Okay, well, just so that we're on the same page.
Sure.
Stuck together. 20, 40, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 340.
Okay, great.
And there's no knives or blades or anything in your wallet?
No, sir.
Okay. Just because if there is, the jail won't take it, so.
How long, do you think before I can get my briefcase back? I need that for work.
Can't say,
Okay,
I don't know. If I do something, I tell you.
I understand.
All right. I'm just gonna fill out the form here. All right, so your last name is Racki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ronald is your proper name?
That's correct.
Okay. And your middle name is
She.
Is it Chester, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ronald Radke is going to be charged with second-degree murder in the death of Laken West, so he won't be going anywhere with his briefcase and money anytime soon. Again, he waits in silence. Eventually, Ronald Radke calls his wife from the interview room. Silence. Eventually, Ronald Radke calls his wife from the interview room.
Hey there. You hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, listen careful. The cops pulled me over and arrested. They're gonna arrest me this morning. You got a You gotta call Eric Reisinger.
Why?
For questioning, I guess. They're still, you know, on that case. It's crazy.
Don't say a word.
I didn't, no. I told him my lawyer advised me not to say anything, so I didn't, okay?
Where are they gonna bring you?
That I don't know, probably to Sarasota, you know, courthouse. Just call Eric Reisinger and it'll be okay. Everything will work out.
Don't say one word.
Understood, totally understood. Okay, they've, find out a couple of things. They do have my briefcase and it's got money in it and titles and, you know, no problem with that. Might find out where they're gonna take the car so you can get that, you know. And, that's about it. I don't know what to tell you, you know, it's crazy. It's still ongoing BS, you know. Okay?
Aren't you allowed to call Eric or am I your one phone call?
I don't know. They just said, go ahead, call your wife, and you can call Eric, call Brian, you can talk to Eric, you know. Okay, all right, so, all right, just slow down, everything will be okay, all right?
Okay.
Okay, love you, bye.
Despite being in police custody, Ronald Racky appears cool as a cucumber as he then takes a call from his son.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Well, they pulled me over because I went through a red light, and I guess they're gonna take me in for more questioning. I, you know, didn't answer anything, and I'm getting arrested apparently, so. No. Got it. Gotcha,
Where
honey.
are you going? What station?
That I don't know. I don't know any of
You
that.
call your lawyer.
Yeah, give him a call for me. No problem. He said have somebody call him if they're gonna take me somewhere, you know.
Grab the name, so you don't answer any questions without your lawyer. You tell them to contact them at once, wherever you get where you're going.
Okay,
You
sounds,
don't answer any nothing.
Absolutely.
Nothing without your lawyer.
sounds good. I appreciate it. Take care of your mom, okay?
All right.
Okay, love you, bye.
We won't have anything to put in it, so it's just black.
That's the way I drink it.
All right,
Thank you so
perfect.
much. yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you much.
Right, no problem.
Ronald Racky is left to sit again, and then police are ready to take him to jail.
All right, Ray, you need to use the bathroom before we leave?
No, I'm in good shape. Thank you.
Sure?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, sure. We do the 2 cups again, so,
All right.
you don't have the most flexible shoulder, so we don't want to,
Thank you.
get so it's not killing you here. Hold on. How does it feel on the wrist?
That's fine. Thank you.
All right. Can you lock them so they don't get tighter? Stop. All right, not this way. Let's go on the other side, sir. All right. Back where you were before. Just like before, be careful getting in. Use a step if you need to.
All right.
Might maybe slide your leg in, however.
Yeah.
Touch 1023 274.
Reach over. Is it cold in here to you?
Yes, it is.
Alright, so I'll try to get the air off back here.
Thank you.
I know it's like stale, everything's metal and plastic.
I hear you. Thank you.
Alright, so I turned off the AC back there.
Thank you.
So hopefully it kind of chills out a little bit. Warms up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Police announced Ronald Rackey's arrest at a press conference that morning. Welcome to Luxury Casino, one of Ontario's most trusted online casinos. Now with the highest win rate guarantee.
Whether you like pot collects, Vegas-style games, or tumble slots.
This morning at 5:43 a.m., Ronald Chester Rackey was taken into custody and charged with second-degree murder. And you'll be able to find additional information describing that charge in the probable cause affidavit packet that we provided. We are also publicly identifying the victim as Laken Marie West, a resident of Bradenton. And it's important to note that Ms. West has not yet been located. Florida law does allow law enforcement and prosecutors to move forward with prosecution when evidence supports a homicide took place and we're able to identify the offender. This decision was made in consultation with the state attorney's office after careful review of all the evidence.
If police are so certain that Ronald Rackey murdered Laken West, then why did they wait so long to make an arrest?
This investigation involved sustained, careful work over several months and extensive coordination with our law enforcement partners and the state attorney's office. Because you are being provided the probable cause affidavit today, I want to focus less on reciting facts and more on explaining how this investigation developed and how those facts were evaluated. This case began as a missing persons investigation with the Bradenton Police Department. Early efforts focused on establishing West's last known movements, her last known contacts, and whether there was evidence to suggest she left voluntarily or came to harm. As investigators analyzed phone records, digital data, and witness information, they identified who last had contact with Miss West. That investigative work led detectives to Ronald Chester Rackey and to locations associated with him, including his business location.
And Laken West's body, she still has not been found.
Although an arrest has been made, this investigation is not over. Miss West has not been located, and investigators continue efforts to find her. An arrest does not end this investigation. Laken West has not been found, and her family continues to live without the closure they deserve. Someone out there may have information that could help us locate Laken or provide additional answers about what happened to her. We are seeking anyone who knows something, no matter how small or insignificant, to come forward and contact Venice Police Department. Laken's family deserves closure, and your information could help bring that closure to them.
Ronald Rackey is being held without bail. He's expected back in court in Sarasota County on March 20th. At that time, he will enter a plea. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.